Imagine you just stood up. The cable snags. Your phone flies. It hits the floor really hard. I know that feeling, and maybe you do too. It is the sudden panic of a cracked screen. It is the fear of a broken charging port. For years, laptops have had a better way to handle this. A magnetic cable that just pops off and saves the computer from a nasty fall. You wonder why phones do not have this feature built in. A small company thinks they have the fix for everyone. They call it ZNAPS. It is simple and it is clean. It is a tiny magnetic adapter that turns any standard cable into a magnetic one. You put a small piece in your phone and another on your cable. They snap together and start charging. I find the simplicity of this idea really smart. It gives your phone protection from dust entering the port. It stops wear on the connector. It saves your phone from a dangerous fall. You can just walk away and it detaches safely. It is a small connector that stays in the port all day. It works for iPhones and Android phones and even the old micro USB ports. The magnets are strong, the connection is fast, and it even supports data sync for your computer. It is the accessory everyone wants to own. People are tired of frayed cables. They're tired of fumbling in the dark to plug in their phones. I am sure you are tired of that too. ZNAPS promises to end all of that for only $9. It is a tiny price for a big fix. The team says the connector is tiny enough to stay in your phone all day without you noticing. It does not snag on your pocket. It does not look bulky on the bottom of the device. It actually protects the port from lint and dirt. Over time, those ports get loose and filled with junk from your jeans. You have to dig it out with a toothpick, and I hate doing that. ZNAPS seals it off forever. The magnetic piece on the cable is just as small. You bring the cable near the phone and it grabs it. It is like magic. I can see you showing this off to your friends. The team shows videos of the snap happening over and over, and it is so satisfying to watch. They show the adapter working while someone is running. It looks like it can handle anything you throw at it. The pitch is perfect. It solves a problem everyone has. You do not need to be a tech expert to see the value. It is just common sense. The design is sleek and comes in colors like space gray and gold. It matches the look of modern smartphones, and it looks like a premium product. The team behind ZNAPS launches their campaign on Kickstarter asking for $94,000 to start the work. Fiona Leung is the face of the project and says the team is based in Canada. The campaign page is extremely professional, clean factory photos, crisp product videos, and a polished pitch. It looks like a finished product and not a gamble at all. I think this is exactly why people feel safe giving them their money. The $9 price point is a genius move. You might buy 10 of them for your whole family at that price. The campaign explodes. It hits the goal in a few hours. Then $500,000. Then $1 million. By the end of the month, they have over 70,000 backers and nearly $3 million raised. Some estimates put it closer to 4.4 million when you count the website sales. You have to see how massive this is. It is one of the biggest wins the platform has ever seen, and it is a global event. People from all over the world are waiting for their adapters to arrive. The world is now watching this small team, and they are the stars of the tech world for a moment. Business Insider writes about how smart the idea is. SlashGear calls it a must-have for your phone. The hype is all over your social media feed, and it is impossible to ignore. The ZNAPS team posts updates every week, thanking backers and showing off different colors and packaging designs. They even talk about a USB-C version for the newest phones, which makes them look ahead of the curve. The community grows very enthusiastic. People are asking for longer cables and car adapters. The team says they are looking into everything and building a full brand. People are even making their own videos about the project, explaining why they backed it and showing off the renders. I can imagine you wanting to be part of this community. It feels like you are helping a startup win. You are not just a customer. You are a supporter and part of the future of charging. The production phase begins. The team says they are working with the best factories and show pictures of metal molds and tiny magnets being sorted. The updates are full of progress and energy. I would be checking my email every day if I were you. The buzz is so loud that people who missed the launch are now buying on the site every single day. The company is collecting more money before they have shipped even one unit. The scale is huge. They announced the first batch is almost ready and just needs final testing to confirm the magnets and pins are perfect. This makes backers feel even more confident. They think the team is being careful and thorough. The comment section fills with happy stories, people talking about how they can finally charge in the car without looking, how their kids will not pull the tablet off the table anymore. The excitement is at an all-time high, and you feel like you made a very smart choice. Then the first delivery month arrives and the tone starts to shift. The team says the magnets are a bit weak for some heavy cables, and they want to redesign the connector to make it stronger. This sounds like a good thing. Backers are patient and say they do not mind waiting. Quality matters more than speed, but the weeks turn into months. The excuses get more specific. They say an LED light is too bright and needs a new chip to dim it. Then a factory in China has a problem with the metal pins. The updates keep arriving, but the warm, friendly tone is gone. People in the comments start asking if something is wrong. The team says everything is fine and that shipping starts any day. They send out a survey to confirm addresses, which makes people believe the packages are almost on the way. But the shipping never starts. Months pass and the boxes stay in the factory. Thousands of backers ask for their money back. The company says they cannot give refunds because the money is already spent on production. They ask everyone to stay calm and say they are a small team doing something very difficult. Then some backers start doing their own digging. They search for the Canadian office and find it is just a virtual address with nobody physically there. They look up the founders' names and find a company in Hong Kong connected to a man named Nelson Chu. He was previously linked to a failed coffee machine campaign that also raised millions and never delivered a product. This news lands in the community like a bomb. People start calling it a scam. They demand to see a real working product on camera. The team responds with a blurry video showing a box of loose metal pieces, but nothing actually functioning. I find it hard to trust a company that hides behind blurry videos. Then the biggest betrayal arrives. While the 70,000 backers are still waiting, ZNAP-style adapters appear on Amazon. A brand called Quick is selling them for $20 in stock and shipping the next day. They look exactly like the photos from the campaign. The backers are furious. They believe ZNAP sold the rights to the technology to other companies while the original supporters were left with nothing. The company insists these are counterfeits and says they are fighting the people who stole the design. But backers buy the Amazon versions to test them and they work great. This proves the product can be manufactured and the factory is clearly running. So why do not the original backers have theirs? The company stops answering those questions entirely and goes silent for a full month. Then, in the middle of the silence, some backers receive a shocking email. The company claims a major error caused them to lose the data for over 70,000 orders. Original orders are now canceled. But they offer a way out: reorder on the site with a 20% discount on the new retail price. The problem is the new price is nearly $30, meaning backers are being asked to pay another $24 on top of what they already paid. The claim about losing data is a complete lie. The order information is still visible on the website backend for anyone who looks. The community erupts in rage and calls it a double scam. They report the company to police in Canada and Hong Kong and try to get Kickstarter to intervene and help. Kickstarter gives a cold and useless answer. They say they are just a platform and do not guarantee outcomes. The contract is between the creator and the backer. They keep their fee and they walk away. I feel like the platform failed everyone in a big way. There's no help at all for the 70,100 people who lost their money. The ZNAP's team posts one last update saying they have no money left and are trying to find a solution. Then they disappear completely. The website goes dark. Emails are never answered. Social media goes dead. The founders vanish without a trace, and the millions of dollars go with them. The few people who did receive a product say it breaks within a week, and the magnets fall right out. It is a total failure. The story of ZNAPs is one of the darkest chapters in crowdfunding history. It shows how a slick video can hide a scam, and how easily trust can be used against you. The offices in Canada were never real. It was likely just a few people operating out of Hong Kong, using polished design and internet hype to look like a major company. The technology was real, but the business was completely fake. The market for magnetic chargers is now full of legitimate brands. Companies like Anker and Belkin make excellent versions today, and you can buy one right now for around $15. But the original backers never got that chance. They were the ones who saw the idea first, and they paid the heaviest price. The company is long gone, and the project is just a dead link. The backers still talk in old forums. They share the names of the people they think did this and warn others about new projects that look like ZNAPs. They are like a volunteer police force now. They have records of every lie and maps of the shell companies in Hong Kong. But the trail is cold. The money is scattered across bank accounts all over the world. It is a perfect vanishing act. You have to wonder if this was the plan from day one. I think this is the scariest part of the digital age. You can be anyone online. You can be a hero one day and a ghost the next. The rules of the platforms are still mostly the same. They have more warnings now, but they still do not promise you a product. You are still taking a real risk every time you hit that button. The tech world moves very fast. We have fast charging that works in minutes and wireless charging that needs no cord at all. But for the people who lost money, it is not about the tech. It is about the trust. It is about being lied to for 2 years. They watched the company make millions while they got nothing. They watched the product go to Amazon. They watched the creators ask for even more money. I don't think you ever forget being burned like that. It stays with you. Every time you see a cool new gadget, you check the names. You look for the red flags. You look for a real prototype. You become a much smarter buyer because of a story like this. Every time a new magnetic charger comes out, someone in those old forums mentions ZNAPs. It is a permanent mark on the world of crowdfunding. The tech was actually great. That is what makes it so sad. A magnetic adapter for your phone is a fantastic idea, and it is something we use today with brands that actually deliver. But ZNAPs just chose the easy path. They chose to take the money and hide. I wish I could tell you that everyone got their money back, but that is not how this story ends. It ends with a quiet website and a lot of angry people. That is the rise and fall of ZNAPs, the project that had the whole world watching and then left 70,100 people in the dark, waiting for a snap that never came. Don't let the hype take over next time. Look past the renders. Look for real people with real history. The same videos and the same low prices are still out there. Only the name changes. So what do you think about ZNAPs? Have you ever heard of it, or maybe even invested in the project? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you want to see more stories like this, click the subscribe button, and I will see you on the next one.